Today's story is the great battle between a righteous knight
and the wicked Threnodian.
And the victor is Gardathea the Knight.
What happens next, encore? Yeah, you want to hear the rest of this? No, settle down, you two. The Woolly Warrior Plus. Encore is still waiting for Rover! Encore finally got us. Encore was wondering if you'd come. And even had Cosmos and Cloudy, those gals. Encore wants you to come play with us. Everyone was so busy last time Encore was here, but Encore won't let that happen again. Cause Encore... Of course they do! Anyway, since we finally got... just let... Poor grown-ups. Well, too bad so. Right, let me introduce you. Gather around, everyone. Encore presents to you Rover, savior of... Yeah! Encore told us how you took out that giant TD. Are you here for some stories, big hero? Yeah! Encore stories are real!
Sounds a lot like Alto.
Oh, there's another story about a golden-eyed kitty.
This one's about me and Yang Yang.
Uh-huh. There's plenty more of that. This time, it's about the adventures of the Woolly Warrior. You'll love it. That's right. Adventures are the... So, want to hear Encore? If you enjoy stories, Rover...
Side story. Is Encore using some kind of metaphor?
Great! Come, Encore. All right, settle down, everyone. All right, settle down, everyone. The story's about to start. Is it about the gray bird? Nope. Today's story begins. Legend says to reach the sea. Yet, before said, should you pass through this now? Answer me if you'd ask me. I'd choose wealth.
I definitely choose honor. That way I'll be famous and everyone would shout my name whenever they see me.
What about you, brave adventurer? Do you seek riches? Thus you shall accompany the merchants and they say treasures to its lands. See? Everyone's wishes, and among these people, I do not seek wealth or fairy cloudy greatly. If you desire neither one, I have but one wish. Fairy cloudy nods in approval. Very well, when you open your eyes, once we complete. So, does the Woolly Warrior's companion except...
Oh, where am I?
Hey! Over here!
Is that Encore? I should go check it out.
You must be new to this place. Are you?
Gateway of Wishes? Looks like I'm inside Encore's story somehow.
That's great. How about we team up? Since it's your first time here, this is the Woolly Kingdom. You're in luck. I know this place like the back of my hand. I can be your tour guide. Yippee! Fairy Cloudy told me that as long as once we're there, I gotta make her... Please don't hurt me! I'm just an ordinary... Beware! This is where many woolly stories begin. When the story gets longer, so will the paths ahead. We might even come across broken bridges and stuff. Since we'll only be telling the beginning of the story this time, we should get to the end pretty soon. You're in for some surprises. Look at all these monsters. Let's beat them up. You're it! This is so much fun! Oh, you're finally here! This is Cloudy Fairy. She gets...
She's even got all this sense.
So, you're searching for the... Yes! The first relic next! The Shield of Faith. And finally, the Reef of... Once you've gathered all 3 relics, perfect! Now that we have clues about the relic, all we need to do now is go through this door. Oh, thank you, Fairy Cloudy. Oh, you're very welcome, dear. If you have any more... Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. And Cloudy's home. With their help, Encore can even invite friends, but not everyone though. The Woolly Kingdom won't welcome anyone who thinks the stories are just made up. You're different. You're one of Encore's best friends and have listened to my stories. So Encore wanted to give you a surprise. I know, right? You Encore really. Mom said that as an Encore once because Encore, but this time Encore's. If you are, you should join Encore's adventure team. That way we can go and find out its ending together. Oh, it's not make-believe. This is a serious adventure game. I've been playing it ever since I was little. Now, for our first team assignment, let's go find out if the joys of the story should be shared with everyone. It's not just my story. Once we know what the audience thinks, we'll know how to work on the story. After all, it's the applause that makes for... Okay, let's see. Look, that girl by... Hey, I saw you all... Hi. Yin, got it. This...
Yes. Hello. You're here to ask about my thoughts on the story.
Ask away. Encore.
Okay. Is it true that
Yeah, it's what it says in the...
I'd like you to see this?
Let me see. That looks like a lighthouse. But Encore can't really tell exactly where it is. Whoa. You can tell just from that? There. An area on the map. Could this be a treasure map? Encore remembers that it's this map. Where did you find it?
It's from my mom. Mom took me to a play one time. I remember in that play, the adventurers. After watching it, I asked Mom all the time if these relics that could make... But she was always busy with work as a ring. Then, one day, Mom gave me this treasure map. She told me next time she came back from work, she wanted me to think hard about... I thought of a lot of wishes, but now, I want to see my mom. The grown-ups all said that I knew Mom was never coming. I told Dad about the map, but when I heard your story, I was thinking...
Then you should join our team. Encore knows that grown-ups always say that kind of thing just to be nice. Encore's heard a lot of them before. So, like this treasure map, it's 100% real.
You really think...
Yep. Trust me. Since your mom left you this treasure map, then there's... Plus, Rover and I are searching for an ending to this. Now, the clue to the ending is right in our hands. What do you say, Captain? Let's get this journey started! Team Wooly is ready to roll out. Object. I'm not really familiar with Jinjo.
Yeah. Mom would some...
That's why she said she wanted to go with you together.
All right then, it's settled. Let's go. Got no time to wait.
guide me. According to the treasure map, the sword should be...
Why are there so many Tic Tac?
They look really angry.
No need to be afraid, Ying. We'll keep you safe. You probably don't know this, but that's right. But even because she had all of her friends behind her, she just like the situation we're in now. You can't let a few...
Let's make this quick, Encore. Leave it to me.
What is the sound?
Art unveiled!
Embracing change.
What is the sound?
You two. You betcha! Wait till you see what else we can do. Am I right, Rover? Are you sure? No. Cut it out! Quick! Let's check and see if the sword's around here. Oh, it's a bit too high for Ying and me to reach.
I got it. Looks like we just need...
Whoa! There's another puzzle.
Was it not in the story before?
Well, random twists and moments do happen here and there. It's an adventure after all.
We're so high up. This is even higher than any of the climbing games Mom and I used to play.
Just keep looking ahead and it won't be as scary. It's easy. Here, watch.
So, is this...
It's the mountain chopping sword of courage.
The sword's actually made of blood.
What does it say?
My dear little... Right now, you must be thinking, how could this ordinary wooden sword possibly... Don't feel disappointed just yet. Think back all the challenges you faced along the way. the waves, yet still, you continue to climb the mountains. And this seemingly ordinary is the proof of your courage. Yeah, that's what it says in the letter.
Did it also appear in other Woolly stories?
Anything else? Did the letter...
It goes on to say, "Oh, little dwarf, to have your wishes come true, courage alone is you need not look far, as the shield that symbolizes faith is buried in a land covered in sand. Treasures a land covered in
I know just the...
Then let's go check it out. Sounds like it'll be a treasure hunt in the sand. We're here! At long last, the brave adventurers, they say, only the bravest adventurers can find it, as it puts there. Yeah! The yin can go left. Oh, if anyone finds anything interesting.
okay.
Remnants of the past. Bingo. Huh.
Well, did you find... Wait,
This should be the shield mentioned in the story.
It's also made of wood.
but look how well made it is! With the sword of courage in one hand and the shield of faith in the other, it's the person who crafted this shield really knew their stuff. Time for clues about the next relic, the Wreath of Hope. Hurry! Yin! What is...
Oh, okay. Congratulations again. Although the bulk of your efforts were in vain, you did not give up and continued searching. Hence, this shield of faith is your well-deserved reward. If you ever feel lost in the future, why not take a moment? The firm belief in our hearts shall guide us through darkness. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how can you bring with you your wishes, and proceed?
The garden?
The Garden of Promise. Oh, I think I might have...
Fantastic! Then that's our next stop. Onward!
This is it.
This place?
It is, Nefa. This is mine. Before I watered them every day. But these flowers, only Dad told me. I understood that. I miss her so much. Now I see this shield and here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, actually. When I saw Dad might have left this, maybe it is, and I may never get to see her again, but Mom must have wanted to give me a surprise. I am happy. I'll definitely find, and I think we should end our adventure here. Thank you. Encore in row.
Our captain hasn't announced the end of our adventure yet. And you're thinking about, well, okay then. Let's call it a day right here. I remember you asked me about the ending of, even though we finished finding the relics, Team Wooly's adventure. There's still plenty of stories to tell. How about you come to Encore story session tomorrow? Yeah. If you want to find out what happens to Team Wooly, come over and...
Okay then.
Yep! See you tomorrow, Ying. Do you think this is a good ending to the story? After all, Ying got the treasures. If this was a story, it would end something like this. In the end, the little warrior managed to collect... but Encore still feels like this ending. She didn't, just like in the story of the Woolly Warrior. What do you think? Will the Woolly Warrior's wish come true in the end? If it comes true, then she should be able, after such a wonderful and interesting adventure, she must have... But actually, there is no true ending to Woolly Warrior. Remember the play Ying told us about when she showed us the treasure map? Ying said she'd already forgotten what most of the play was about. All she could remember was that the hero had been searching for a legendary treasure to make... Ha! I knew straight away that the treasure map wasn't for... But it was a gift left to her by you. Wanna guess how I found out? Yeah, that play was about the Woolly Warrior story. Because that play was a gift from my mom. Now time for a story from Encore. In this story, there are no exciting adventures, no terrifying monsters. It didn't happen once upon a time, and it's not somewhere far, far away. Rather, it's in a little room. Every night there's a little girl. She plays games with her mother. Playing as the Woolly Warrior. Together, she and her mom create story after story about courage and hope. It also happens in a theater. Every day, the little girl sits below the stage. The curtain rises and the music plays. She watches her mother set everything up, bringing the Woolly Kingdom from the story into real life. Little by little, the Woolly Kingdom becomes real, and the Woolly Warrior sets off on her adventure. She first climbs the tallest mountain, looking for the legendary sword that can split mountains and seas. But it's really so the girl can prove how brave she is. The toolbox was actually on the tallest shelf. The Woolly Warrior also searches every beach, looking high and low for the shield of faith that could brave any storm. Her house had many nooks and crannies after all. The raspberry candy her mom hid could be anywhere. Her mom recorded all the Woolly Warriors' adventures, so the Woolly Kingdom grew bigger and bigger, and the stories grew longer and longer. They even performed the play in many cities. But the little girl's mom got sicker. At the last show, just before the Woolly Warrior got the wreath of hope, the show ended, but there was no encore. Mom told me that once the applause starts, but she collapsed before the play ended. I was so scared. I tried to come up with ways to make her feel bad at the time. I thought that if I stayed a good girl like the characters in the stories, Mom would get, but her illness got worse. Encore didn't know what to do anymore. Mom just asked me to sit by her bed and tell her stories. So I told her about Warrior Cosmos, Fairy Cloudy, and many other things. She always smiled each time. It was right around that time when Cosmos and Cloudy appeared from the stories. Mom told me they're a part of life, and these stories will always be with me. After she left, Encore had to become the Woolly Warrior, going on adventures on her own. Whether it was in the orphanage or at the Black Shores, Encore would write down with these stories. Mom will know what kind of adventures Encore later on. Encore wanted to continue writing the Woolly Warrior story, but this time it's a bit different from before. Now she has her own friends that she can adventure together to find the gateway of wish, because finding that gateway is the only way she can tell all her stories to her mom. That's why. Yeah, she said she had a lot to say to her mother. Oh, just like me. There's so much Encore wants to say, and so many stories that Encore wants Mom to hear. Our time with Ying reminded me of all of that. Even though Woolly Warrior's story has no true ending, will Ying's be any different? Will she be able to make her wish come true? In the end, Ying said the adventure is over, and it's just a story. She said she was happy and satisfied with that. But Encore saw that look on her face. She looked really. Encore knows how it feels. Just like how it used to be. No matter what Encore did, Mom wouldn't. My stories were the only things that could make her feel happy. It was Mom who made me understand the power of story. That's why after I went on this journey alone, Cosmos and Cloudy came out of the land of imagination. And it's why Encore told Ying that our adventure should not end like this. This story deserves a better ending. Agree, but what should we do? Oh, there's no way we can bring Ying's mother back. I mean, in the story?
I remember Cloudy said that if you ever find yourself in a pickle in real life, You can always go back to the Woolly King. You also mentioned that's where the Gateway of Wishes is hidden, right? And you've always wanted to finish writing this. This means the final stage of the story should be set in.
Encore sees what you mean. Encore could invite you and Ying into the Woolly Kingdom. But the kingdom isn't some place you can go willy-nilly. Only those who believe in the kingdom can visit. We should make a wreath for her and let her know that Encore remembers it went something like this. The wreath is a crown. How are we gonna make it? You mean... that's right! Veri, let's see if she has any ideas.
Wind guide me. Leave it to me.
Hi, Rover. Oh, Encore's here too. How's it been? Are you here to see the new blossoms? You'll have to wait a while. They're still... Hey, Verena! Not exactly. We're the Wreath of Hope. I see. You want to help finish the story Ying's mother left her and make her wish come true. But I don't know how to... According to the story, this wreath is the flowers that can reflect people's thought, or wintry bells. Wintry bells bloom in cold and snowy weather. See, it can also be duvetches. Due to their sweetness, they remind people of sugary However, these flowers all bloom in different seasons. So it'll be hard to put them together, let alone have them. Yeah, I remember you created a Blake bloom for That's a bit different. Flowers made with Forte are just artificial creations. They can easily break up without It's not the same as life. Every life has its own journey. From blue feelings? Oh, I know. Since we can't really make a wreath of flowers exactly like the one in the story, we could make one using our feelings. Yeah, exact. When me and Mom made wreaths, she'd always ask me to pick my favorite. If I was feeling happy, I would choose a bright red flower. At this point, it really doesn't matter what kind of flower it is. All that matters is everyone's feelings. We should make a wreath and tell Ying our wishes to make our dreams come true.
I see what you mean. A wreath with that.
That's right. Let's find flowers that can express. When she sees the wreath, she'll definitely this way. We can all visit the Woolly Kingdom together. And
Do you mind if I help? Once you've collected enough flowers, bring them to me. I'll help.
great! Oh, thank you, Verena. Off we go! Check.
Have you found the flowers you want?
Look how pink it is. You must have. And these?
That's quite the selection, Encore.
Have a look at this one. Encore with flowers that resemble everyone.
Oh, that's pretty special. I'm sure.
Oh, one more thing.
Leave us.
It's for Ying. We don't know what kind of flower represents Ying's feeling.
Got it.
Thank you. Rover, when the wreath is done, we can go tell Ying the rest of the story. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon.
Wind guide me. Leave it to me.
You're right on time. See this little stage? Cosmos and Cloudy helped me set it up. Pretty impressive, don't you think? Audition? Oh, that actually sounds... I know this is just a small... Besides, it'll... Encore wonders if Ying will show up today. We didn't really...
Encore? Rover? Sorry for the wait. I'm so
Alright, now that Team Woolly...
ready.
This is the small stage Encore made for the play, where the... Does any...
Oh, I know.
That's right! With the mountain being so in the end, she what? With the help from her friends,
Will she find it?
Unfortunately, no. After reaching the mythical sea of flowers, all the flowers...
Just like us.
Yet, they gather flowers and weave their feelings into the shape of a crown. The pink flowers are meant to make her feel happy. This wreath brings together all the feelings and emotions of the companions during their adventure.
And that is the moral of this story.
Her companions remark so. The wreath isn't fully completed. Yin, this wreath is missing the flower that represents your feeling.
My feelings. I know. It's missing an iris. But those irises have already...
What if we could find an iris and the gateway of wishes? Will you want to continue on this adventure, Yin?
Of course. But I thought there was no such thing as the gateway of wishes. It only exists in the story. In the story?
That's right! Because stories aren't just stories. Just like how it is now. With everyone's feelings combined into the wreath, it slowly turns into a door inside. So, do you believe in it?
I believe...
Great!
Would you look at the sky? So this is the Woolly Kingdom.
Oh, I love the repetition. This is the Woolly Kingdom. This story is gonna be longer than the last one. And the door to make wishes should be in the deepest part. What are your orders, Captain?
Yes. I want to find the gateway of...
Let's get going.
How do we get across?
No worries. We can use that platform down there to fly across.
There's a puzzle.
Encore knows what to do. Encore played these with Mom before. All we need to do is match the patterns on the wall and it'll open a secret door. It's one of the most important puzzles in Woolly Warrior's story. over. An airstream. We can use it to fly up.
Looks like we've reached the end. That was fun. It's another one of those puzzles. I know. Let's look around for clues.
Wow! You solved it in one go?
There are so many monsters.
They're not stopping anything.
Yeah. Mom gave me this sword that can cut through anything. Take this!
Here comes Encore! Bully Stampede!
Wonderful sound.
Bully, let's race! Bully's attack!
More puzzles here.
Those markings in the other room must be clues. Shall we go take a look?
Cherish every game. Sounds like an airstream appeared. Let's head back and check it out.
Are we flying again?
Yay! Fly time!
Wind guide me.
The wind is so strong! Is it taking us straight to the Gateway of Wishes?
What happened here?
Don't worry. Stuff like this means the story of the Woolly Kingdom is changing. But that's not enough to beat...
Wind guide me. Remnants of the past. An unexpected discovery.
Monsters? I'm not scared. I have Mom's sword and shield with me.
A new technique. Witness the Archpriestborn. Here comes Encore.
the past.
Feeling stuck? Why don't we search around for clues? Time for Encore's aerial recon!
Commence healing.
We're almost there. Maybe this door leads to the gateway up and now. Is everyone ready?
Ready! I'll be able to see my mom soon.
Right. Bullies, let's race! Out of nowhere, a group of Go-Puffs appear. But they are no match against the mighty warriors. With the sword of courage in their hands, there's no fear holding them back as they slice through these monsters with... The monsters strike, but our shield stands strong. Now, our warriors know victory is ours.
Iris is a mom's favorite. I want her to see it too.
We should make our wish.
Oh, yes.
Look! Because of the brave warrior's wishes, the story has a happy ending. Your wish has come true. You can tell her everything now. Mom, there's so much I wanted to tell you. So many new stories you need to hear. Oh.
It's a very happy story.
Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. And just like that, the little warrior's wish has come true. Put in a perfect warrior finally gets to meet her mother, telling her all that the warrior's journey won't end here, as the path ahead is a long one.
Encore, Rover, I finally got to see her. And I never thought so. I want you to have this. Yes. I know you still have more adventures ahead. So I'd like this wreath to keep you company. I want to go back and tell my dad this story now. And tell him.
Be sure to share our story with everyone.
I will. Goodbye.
Time for another feedback session from the audience. What do you think of this story? Encore loves this end. The woolly warrior finally fulfilled her wish, and she got to tell her mother all her stories about the companion she got to meet, who she went on adventures with, defeating all kinds of monsters that stood in their way, their search for the sword and shield as a team, and how we've been to many places together. These stories are an extension of life. Yeah, stories with happy endings. Mom said the same thing. Encore had never thought of such an ending when telling the Woolly Warrior story in the past. I really enjoyed how it ended. The story of the Woolly Warrior's search for the relics is finished, and my vacation is about to end. It's time to head back to Black Shores. Well, we're kind of busy over there most of the year. No biggie. Even though this story is over, Encore will make sure to prepare a new adventure next time we meet. Let's be on the same team together, and you can still be the captain. Wanna do a pinky promise? I pinky promise that we'll write as many stories